I respect everybody until they earn my disrespect. I've been thinking a lot about what really has to be done in our government in order to bring us back to what our founding fathers intended for us to have. We don't have that now. It is quite obvious when government agencies can repeatedly violate a citizen's rights by targeting them, by calling other agencies in, by sharing information, by listening into our private conversations. It seems that every branch of our government now can be proven to be abusing their power against the very people that fund them, the very people that they are supposed to be protecting, all the while giving others a pass that are supposed to be getting the scrutiny if they are to be supposedly keeping us safe. Now, if the NSA is listening in, as I contend, to every single person's emails, telephone calls, every single communication we have with each other, people ask, how the hell could the Tsarnaev brothers gotten by? You don't know what you're talking about, because then the Tsarnaev brothers could never have gone as far as they have. Well, I will contend this to you, and if you know anything about the government corruption that's going on and the lies to cover it up, then what I'm going to tell you is going to have a little ring of truth to it for you. Now, to say that the Tsarnaev brothers weren't followed or listened to is quite naive. You see, the government has already told us that part of their terrorist fighting activities include sidling up with these terrorists. You act like you are a fellow terrorist. Yes, you act like you're a fellow radical Muslim, which I don't believe there is any such thing. You're either Muslim or you're not, but it's another issue. So you sidle up with these people, right? Supposedly. And you buddy up with them. Hey, I can get the chemicals, dude. We can do this. And you form a plan with these people. So you find out if they are that radical, right? This is what the government told us they do. These are their tactics. Sidle up with the bad guy, catch him in the act. That's how you get a conviction against these people. You catch them in the act. Instead of just planning, you've now caught them in the act. Do you people honestly believe that the government would not lead these kids by the nose to commit an atrocity? As we said, buddying up with them, and instead of giving them inert ingredients, they give them the real thing. And they let them pull off one of these atrocities. Yes, our government did this. That's what happened with 9/11, people. Our government sidled up with these terrorists. Our CIA agents sidled up with these terrorists and plotted and planned alongside of them. This plot did not come out of a cave from some asshole on a fucking dialysis machine. I'm sorry if you people think that that's true. That's idiocy. Now let's remember, Osama bin Laden was a CIA agent. This has been proven. So everything I say has a ring of truth, huh? So as I said, a lot of people accuse me of being an idiot for thinking that they listen in on everything, or how could the Tsarnaev brothers gotten by. Well, I just explained that to you. Now, why would they do that? Why would the government do something like that to its own citizens? Well, they have to justify the NSA. They have to justify the DHS. And that's how they do it. They get the American public scared. Now people are willing to be felt up at an airport because some guy with a tube of toothpaste might get by. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why? How? Why? Now all of a sudden Muslims get a pass going through security. How the hell? Because we have a Muslim in the White House. Yeah, people, we have a Muslim Brotherhood implant that has usurped our government. Look at the things that he's done. Look at who he finances. Look at who he says publicly that he will stand by should the political winds blow in a difficult direction for his Muslim brothers. Are you people not seeing this? We have to get a few things straight. The NSA is 100% illegal. It is the NSA and the other alphabet soup organizations, namely the CIA, that got Justice John Roberts, yeah, the Supreme Court Justice who had the dramatic last-minute change around in the OBUNGHOLE scare scandal. Yeah, it was a scandal. You people don't realize that, A, Roberts was blackmailed into changing his mind. He was blackmailed by the fact that he usurped anti-child trafficking laws, international anti-child trafficking laws, when he adopted his 2 Irish children. He didn't want that to come out, because a sitting Supreme Court justice should not be usurping laws, right? Well, that's why, at the last minute, he changed his mind dramatically. But when he did that, he also nullified OBUNGHOLE scare. You see, if you people knew the Constitution, if you knew the law of the land, when he rewrote part of it to make it tax-friendly, remember he said it was a tax? He changed the writing of the law. Do you know what he did when he did that? He nullified it. What Congress and Senate and then the pig fucking president signed into law, supposedly, the unconstitutional law, Justice John Roberts then changed that law so it no longer existed, nullifying it. They should have had another vote in Congress and Senate in order to ratify what Justice Roberts changed. Yes? Think about it. He changed it after it was written into law. That makes it no longer a law. Understand this. He nullified it. They were supposed to have another vote in Congress and Senate on it. They never did. Think about it. It is wholly 100% unconstitutional and illegal. This is what your government is doing to you. How? By the very fact that the NSA listens in on everybody and everything. The government has way too much power. With that power, you have people who are going to misuse it. And who's going to misuse it? The people who want to stay in power. That's only common sense thinking right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's only common sense. I don't understand why people do not see any of this. How can you not see? Everything we say to each other, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, everything is monitored and stored. Everything. The United States government was warned by Russia twice. Vladimir Putin, remember him? He told us twice to look out for these kids. Supposedly, our government, well, you know, they were watching them. Well, they slipped by. There's cracks. Cracks? Yeah, funny. Real funny. These kids were led by the nose to take our rights away. Yes, to steal your rights. Remember when he was arrested? Do you remember this cock and bull story we were fed about how he had a traumatic throat injury and could not talk? Remember that? Wasn't a member of the police department up there just suspended for releasing photographs that showed absolutely no throat injury whatsoever? He got suspended for that. That's a blatant lie. Why would they tell us that lie? Why would they report that? You see what I'm talking about? We're constantly being lied to, being fed horseshit. Obunghole says to you that he did not draw a red line in the sand. He never said red line. That's funny. The news keeps playing it over and over again. The quotes where he used the red line analogy. And now Obunghole's pointing a finger at the international community who said that, not him. Another one of those, if you have a business, you didn't build that lines. This guy's a total fucking idiot. Look at who he finances. Look at who he shows his faith, his brotherhood. Yeah, his brotherhood too. Egypt just released documents showing us that Obunghole is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood along with his brother. His own brother. That he's helping to finance. Yeah. Wow. The corruption in this government is so widespread, and it's obvious. Obunghole does this right out in the open. It has been a year, a whole year since Benghazi. Do you know, does anybody know what Obunghole did that whole night? He has still not disclosed what he did. Wow. No accountability with this fucking piece of shit. He has never ever once taken responsibility for anything. Nothing. Zero. Always passing the buck. Always somebody else's fault. Always. Comes across as an impotent piece of shit to me. Every time you hear him, he's blaming Bush. We still hear about Bush. These people are disgusting. These people make me sick. It's been 5 years now. 5 years we have let this fraud usurp our government. It's about time people wake up. There's a march coming down on Washington. You know, I got a funny feeling that this Syria shit was dragged out. You know, now all of a sudden Obunghole's going to Congress and he's gonna try and get a vote. Funny how at the last minute he did that, isn't it? When he was all gung-ho ready to go. I got a funny feeling that he's trying to hide not only what's going on for Benghazi, not only what's going on with the IRS, not only what's going on with the AP scandal, Fast and Furious, and all the other shit that's going on. The scandals that are coming down around his ears, including his fraud, which is about to open up. You see, I think Obunghole's trying to stir up everybody to say that, well, as Chris Matthews, Obunghole is so perfect, that the only people who say anything against him are obviously racist. That's the only thing that people have against this fucking Muslim piece of dog shit in our White House, is we're racist. I'm a racist. Because I see the filth that this son of a bitch has portrayed since day one. He's a fraud. 100% fraud. And I know this. So anything that comes out of his mouth, I can't believe. I never have. You know, remember when he wiped tears from his outside of his eye when he was trying to cry in public about some dead children in Newtown, Connecticut? Insane. This is disgusting. I think he's trying to hide not only all of his wrongs that are coming down around his ears, but there's a march on Washington that I think is scaring him. And he doesn't want the news covering it. I got a feeling it's going to be bigger than we even expect. Keep your eyes open, ladies and gentlemen. You may want to see what goes on. Obunghole's about to have his ass shown. Y'all might want to see this. God bless America. God bless us all. Good luck, people. I think we're going to need it.